at all?
Well, I was going for we went for a bit of high energy, so that kind of helps me like push through all the general nerves and adrenaline that you have. If you can just like push through it, it makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, but yeah, a lot of fun.
Okay, here we have your team member. Would you like to introduce them to us and people watching?
So we have Britt here, my lovely partner. This is our fourth World Coffee and Good Spirits Championships working together. So she's obviously an amazing partner, but also has been such a help with just getting all this up and running and
through thick and thin, huh?
There's a lot of logistics involved in this competition, so having a second brain involved is very, very helpful.
Yeah. And it's always good to have, an R&D partner. We go try some cocktails. That always works pretty well as well. And then of course we've got Sasha. Many of you know Sash. So we work together on Honor. And big help and big inspiration for driving the coffee side of things this year. Because that's been, I think, a big growth area for me for this competition is really trying to elevate the coffee. So yeah, got a great team this year.
I heard that you might be a very strict coach. What do you think about his... People laughing, so that was true. What do you think about his performance today?
It was great. It was great. He had a lot of fun. He was under control. Especially, we usually can tell in the last 10 or 15 seconds if people, lose themselves, and then he had it all under control. So very, very happy. No push-ups today.
Yeah, thank you. It's a bit sweaty for push-ups today, so I was really making sure I wanted to avoid that one.
Is that the punishment?
How many push-ups?
Well, not today, because he was really good.
So, but did you sort of train together, or do you go mountain biking together, or what's the deal?
Well, again, as Danny mentioned, my drive was coffee and side of the coffee as well. So Jamison Savage is just here. We've used his coffee. When we knew that Danny made one Australian competition, we went really deep with Jay, managed to bring a lot of samples, beautiful fresh coffees from Iris and Deborah, give Danny the options, and obviously it's up to him to pick coffees he like, and working with him closely to fine-tune it and get it to the level that it was today. So.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I would like to ask about your process creating your drinks, because you've been on stage competing for so many times. How does that go for you normally? Is it quick, easy, or actually takes a while?
It's a lot of refining. So I think this year especially, I took a lot of inspiration from, I guess, broader hospitality in general. So I was taking inspiration from sort of like the styles of bars that I enjoyed, the sort of cocktails that I like enjoying, my approach to coffee as well, and kind of like my experience on that side of things, and just trying to find the best possible merge of the two. I know it sounds cliche, but just trying to find that right handshake and like find the flavors that work together, try and think of fun, exciting experiences. So it's almost like very technical on the back end, but I also wanted to be very fun and inviting on for the customer experience as well. So that was driving all my decision making this year.
And then Danny's also very inspired by a lot of different industries and things. So we have like innovations on the table. There's inspiration from the distilling process of the alcohol. There's inspiration from breaking machinery and rebuilding them into new tools. So there's a bit of a cowboy attitude and a very much like a DIY attitude, which I think also brings a lot of inspiration and creativity into the drinks too.
So how does a typical day look between the two of you? Do you get up and say, let's break some machinery, or how many hours do you train to put on such a performance?
The hours have been put on quite a bit over the little while. I think we had 3 months between the national round and here. And the last probably 3 weeks has been every night in the roastery doing things every weekend, which has been cold because at the moment it's
very cold.
-4 in Canberra, where we're from.
I don't even have a temperature on my watch right now, but it's somewhere around. I saw -2 in Canberra at the moment, so
it's been a hard slog, but it's been good to have the beautiful selections of whiskies and grog surrounding us in that cold weather.
Speaking of which, could I get a drink, please?
So
I didn't want to ask, but
I'm gonna
had it coming.
Run my designer coffee today. So it's called the Thirsty Puppy. Obviously, we're at the Doghouse. I wanted to take a bit of dive bar inspiration. So yesterday I was going for more of that sort of like classic hotel bar concept. Very refined, hopefully very professional, but deep down I also really love like dingy, grimy dive bars. So we've cleaned it up a little bit for today, but I wanted to take inspiration from that style of venue. And yeah, we sort of came up with this name of the Doghouse. We thought that'd be a really fun sort of bit of a play on words. And from there we started to build out some ideas for different cocktails. Yeah, so it's espresso based. We've got the beautiful coffee from Jameson. This was a really, I guess, big stepping stone, especially in the past sort of month, for how we sort of designed this drink. It was really about, I hit this sort of lull where I had a drink that was enjoyable, but lacked the sort of like really high quality coffee flavors that I wanted to sort of express in the routine. So we sort of went back to basics, found this amazing coffee from Jameson, and then really worked through roast profile, extraction, everything just to make this coffee really sing in the cocktail. And that sort of became the, I guess, backbone of this experience. So nice long espresso. I'm putting 18 in, 50 grams out. I wanted like quite a lot of like florality and flavor to come from it. And one of the little, I guess, innovations I came up with a few weeks ago, I was battling issues with sort of like fresh coffee, and I was getting this bitterness from the really, really fresh coffee from the CO2. And I was like, how do I get rid of it? And I don't know, I just had this inspiration from the sort of distilling world, how they sort of work with coffee, how they sort of separate out different things. So basically I was like, I want to get the CO2 out of the coffee, keep it nice and warm. We don't want to chill it too fast because that'll trap the CO2 in. Let the CO2 come off, but then basically use some sort of like condenser on top to bring the aromas and the stuff that we do want in the coffee back down into the espresso. So it seems a little complicated and technical, but basically makes the espresso taste really, really nice for our cocktail.
That's all that matters for me.
I'm already salivating here over the cocktail, really.
Yeah, so from there I sort of made a macadamia orgeat. So I really enjoy using orgeat in coffee cocktails, but I found that like the classic almond one was just a bit too intense, sort of started to overpower the flavors of the coffee. So I went with macadamias instead, a bit softer kind of flavor profile and works really nicely with the coffee. I'm still doing my, I'm in autopilot.
Looks great, go ahead.
Yeah, this nice mango-based sake liqueur. This was almost like a temporary ingredient that I got, and I was like, I need something like this. I put it in, and then everything I tried just wasn't as good. So I was like, all right, you're staying in the cocktail. We have a spiced rum. Basically, I take an aged rum and infuse it with some tonka bean and cacao, just to add some new depth of flavor. This is actually, I guess, a bit of a callback to my Nationals version of this drink, which is slightly different in its flavor profile, but I wanted to keep that sort of like warmth, spice, complexity in there, and that does that job really, really nicely. And then we have our Sheep's Way vodka. So very cool distillery based down in Tasmania in Australia. I first got to try their products like a good few years ago now, but it's got a very unique profile. The one I'm using today is actually their slightly milder version. They actually have they call it like the full strength one, which has got like quite an intense sort of dairy aroma and flavor, which in the cocktail was a bit much. So I was like, okay, we'll go with the slightly softer one. It's got like a nice creaminess to it and sort of rounds off some of those rougher edges that you can sometimes get with vodkas, and plays really well with all the ingredients. Espresso goes in. This gets to chill out for a bit, and then we go into here. Yeah, and then I guess the next thing that I was thinking about was like, how do I get some texture into it? Originally the cocktail was a shaken cocktail, but I found like dilution over ice was just making the cocktail kind of watery. And I was like, how else can I bring some texture in, but also keep the drink cold? So we came up with this pretty wacky solution here. I was really hoping it was working, so this is a little subliminal milk foamer that I've attached permanently into this shaker.
Homemade again.
Yeah. So I was just I just had ideas, and I was like, oh, this kind of fits in. And we had some prototypes, and I was like,
I
Okay.
think in terms of EU regulation, this
Oh,
is
it's
not
definitely
ready.
very compliant. Okay,
All right, speed up, Danny.
I'm going to speed things up really quickly. Going with our sparkly apple juice.
Managed to stay in time in the presentation, but now,
Now the
the
clock's
clock's
off.
ticking.
And we give it a quick swirl. Try not to spill any. Got these cool 3D printed cups. Again, just wanted to bring a bit of like visual inspiration. And I think we have our little popsicle. So go ahead, have a first sip.
Cheers.
And then once you're done, take that, give it a dunk 10 times.
That is delicious. My God.
3.
Those sheep
4,
in Tasmania,
5.
and of course Honor Coffee, really know what they do.
All right, have another sip. So it cools down a little bit, lengthens the drink out a little bit more tropical, a little bit more floral. Nice complexity, but all
super
hopefully
balanced.
nice and fun.
Amazing experience. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you for,
I don't know what to say.
for
This
coming to
is-
the doghouse.
Say thank you, mister.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Danny. Representing Australia. Thank you, Sasha. Thank you, Britt.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for this wonderful display of coffee perfection.
We'll be back shortly, very soon. Thank you.